Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Radha Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Kamsajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Laudangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desharine Mukam Karoti Vachala Papunande Yat Kripal Papunande Shri Guru Vinatayam Paramanand Mahatma Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tatsat. Hare Krishna. So welcome to the Sunday feast. Looks like people are still coming in, but respecting the time of those who have come. Let's start on time. So today we are here to discuss the power of the Sankirtan. As we all know, there is nothing hidden in the word Sankirtan and what is the meaning of the word Sankirtan. The word Sankirtan basically means trying to glorify the Lord by coming together, not just alone. It's a well-known fact that when we try to do something as a group, the potency enhances. Of course, everyone should have the same purpose in the group. If everybody in the group has their own purpose, then it becomes a little difficult. So when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
That is called japa. And when we chant along with many people, it becomes Sankirtan. This is the age of Sankirtan. And the father of the Sankirtan movement is Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Varnam, Vishal Krishna, Sango Pandastra Parshadam, Yajnai Sankirtane Praya Yajantihi Sumedhishara. So this Sankirtan movement has been started by Lord Chaitanya, who is not different from Krishna. He is Krishna himself. Krishna Varnam, he is Krishna, he is in the category of Krishna himself. Vishal Krishna, and his bodily complexion is not Krishna, it is a-Krishna, means it is a little golden in complexion. Sandho Pandastra Parsharam, he comes along with his associates, friends, companions, and he also brings his instruments, which are also known as weapons, for killing the mass ignorance in Kali. Weapons of mass ignorance destruction, which is basically the mridanga and the pals and the other things. Sangha Pandastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Praya. He started this Sankirtan Yajna. The whole process of going out and congregationally chanting the holy names of the Lord has been started and propagated by Lord Chaitanya. Till now, 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya started this Sankirtan movement, and the ripple effect of that movement is still being felt now. See the sign? In the beginning only? Car number 0734, please. There is some parking problem today, as there is a parking shortage. So I think some person should be there out to coordinate the parking, otherwise every 5 minutes the request will come. Okay, so I was saying Yajna Sankirtana Raya, he started this Sankirtan Yajna. And the ripple effect of that Sankirtan Yajna is still now being felt in various parts of the world. Yajanti Sumersha. Those who are extremely intelligent, those who are the best in the human society, those who are the most advanced as far as the brain matter is concerned, they will only understand that this personality, Lord Chaitanya, is Krishna himself and worship him. So worship of Lord Chaitanya is meant to be done by the most advanced people of the human society. So that is the power of Sankirtan. Another very good aspect about Sankirtan is that it forces you to keep not yourself in the center, but Krishna in the center. It will force you. It's easy to do Kirtan. You can do it the way you want. You can do it. Now, one of the aspects of bhakti is to do Shravanam and Kirtanam in the mood of Sharanagati. If we do Shravanam and Kirtanam without the mood of Sharanagati, that leads to the production of weeds or anarthas or unwanted upashakhas in our heart. What are these weeds? Nishindhachar, Jiva Himsa, Kutinati, Puja Labh Pratishtha Iti Upashakhana. Even when we chant Hare Krishna, if our mood is not proper, if the mood is not to become surrendered to Krishna, then it leads to some problems still. What are those problems? So Srila Prabhupada explains it in the Chaitanya Charitamrita with the example of a rice field. He says that when you plant rice, a paddy field, how many of you have seen a paddy field? Worked in a paddy field? So next to paddy grows a weed. How many of you can differentiate between the paddy weed and the paddy? It's very difficult. There is an unwanted plant which grows next to the actual rice creeper, rice plant. And when it grows, it chokes the original rice plant. Do you have the understanding, differentiate? It's very difficult, by the way. In Bengal, they call it as shama grass. It looks like rice only. And if a farmer is little bit negligent, if little bit he is spending more time on WhatsApp, Instagram, then he will not realize that the shama grass has come. And then that shama grass will grow and choke. From far it will look like my rice plant is growing. And farming doesn't mean that you have 60 by 40 land and you are farming. Farming means you are farming in acres. It's very difficult to find out. You have to be very, very careful. Carefully observe the right time that shama grass has to be pulled out. If you don't pull out, no matter how much watering you do, no matter how much tilling you do, no matter how much irrigation you do, no matter how much good seeds you put, it is not going to give you the desired result. Similarly, if we do not do bhakti in the mood of Sharanagati, no matter how much chanting and hearing we do, it is not going to give us the desired result. Now, what is this Sharanagati? Sharanagati has 6 symptoms or 6 steps. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyati iti vishwaso goptritve varnam tatha. Atmanikshepa Karmanya Shadviti Sharanagati. Sharanagati means Anukulyasya Sankalpa. One has to be enthusiastic, determined, and patient on the path of bhakti with a desire to do only those things which Krishna likes. Now tell me some things which Krishna likes, or something which is favorable for Krishna consciousness. What is favorable for Krishna consciousness? Sorry? Waking up in Brahma Muhurta, Anukulyasya Sankalpa. It's very favorable. If you wake up in Brahma Muhurta, then you get an opportunity to chant, to take darshan. I always keep repeating this again and again. This was told by Bhakti Prachara Parivalik Maharaj. He said that those who are not awake in the Brahma Muhurta, there is no hope that they will see the Parabrahma Krishna. If you want to see Parabrahma, first you have to see Brahma. If you are not seeing Brahma, that is the Brahma Muhurta, there is no hope. Don't cheat yourself. This lifetime, next lifetime, no going back to your way. Be happy remaining a senior devotee for many, many more lifetimes. Choice is yours. What do you want in life? So that is Anukulyasya Sankalpa. Things which are favorable for doing Krishna consciousness, I will do that. Some of the things which are favorable is having a strict morning program. Mind will cheat. Yesterday, I was out attending some programs and I came at 11:30 in the night. And it's not that while coming back I walked and came also, so my body was very tired. And my mind was cheating me. Let's not get up from Anglaki, who will see you? You are the boss here. You worked so hard, you came at 11:30, you came by metro also, you changed from green line to purple line. So many stations you saw. You got down at the wrong station, then you got back in the metro, again came at the right station. And all this you did. You deserve some rest. You met so many people. You encouraged them to attend the morning program. Now you can sleep. Mind was telling me. But not hearing the mind is Anukulyasya Sankalpa. In one conversation, I heard a very, very nice point that putting Srila Prabhupada or your spiritual master between you and your mind is called mind control. Nobody can control their mind without the mercy of the acharyas. It is not possible. Therefore, one should regularly do acharya upasana. One should regularly hear from the acharya. One should regularly worship or deity worship of the acharya. Physically worshipping the acharya, and one should regularly glorify. Acharya upasana is very, very important. So Anukulyasya Sankalpa. The first step of Sharanagati is to be determined that I will do only those things which are favorable for Krishna consciousness. Next thing which is favorable is to regularly be in the association of devotees and avoid the association of mundane people and worldly minded people. Another step is to regularly engage your mind in thinking about the name, form, qualities and pastimes of Krishna. That is possible when you read the books. Chanting Hare Krishna, eating Krishna Prasad, observing Ekadashis, being busy. When I joined the Brahmachari ashram, I was told that your life should be such that when you hit your mat, you should just fall asleep. That means your day should be so much engaged. You should not be sitting or lying in your mat and looking at the fan, thinking what to do in life. If that is happening, that means something is terribly, terribly wrong. So that's the best way to be fully engaged in Krishna's service and stay away from Maya. So Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjanam. There are things which are not favorable for Krishna consciousness. That has to be avoided. Just like when we have stomach disorder, we have to eat few things. Like we have to eat boiled food, we have to take only soup, whatever, fruits only, or maybe starve the stomach for some time. And then there are some things which have to be avoided. What are the things to be avoided? You cannot eat fried items. You cannot eat, things which will spoil your stomach. So similarly, doing things favorable and avoiding those things which are unfavorable is the second and two most important angas of Sharanagati. Tell me something which are unfavorable for bhakti. What is unfavorable? What is very, if you do it, then your bhakti will be destroyed. What are those things?
Gossiping.
Very good. Prajalpa. Simply sitting and talking. What this person is doing, what this person is doing, what that person is saying, what that person is saying. This is called prajalpa. This, it will destroy bhakti. There's a very nice pastime about this. Srila Prabhupada was working in his room, and then he heard two of his disciples, 2-3 people, came in the kitchen and they started talking. So once those 2-3 people went out, the cook was there in the kitchen, he was also talking to them. So Srila Prabhupada called the cook inside and he said, "What were you doing?" The disciple said, "Srila Prabhupada, we were just talking. We were just chit-chatting," that's the word he used. So Srila Prabhupada said, "This unnecessary talk is going to kill our movement. Make sure you don't talk unnecessarily." Shredvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtan. When we hear about Krishna, that is called good talk. When we talk about Krishna, that is called good talk. But when we start talking about Swakatha, that means my own Katha, my car, my house, my dog, my family, my this, my that, that is going to take you to, I don't know where. What is the sweetest sound vibration in the world? Yes? Krishna's flute. Very good. But there is something even sweeter than Krishna's flute. What is that? Sorry?
Small children.
Sound of small children. Even more sweeter than that, something is there.
Self-glorification.
Self-glorification. Very good. Sound of your name being glorified in whichever language, whether you understand or not, is the sweetest sound you can hear. And the more you hear, the more you want to hear. That is called, in conditioned state. It's not an absolute statement, which absolutely speaking, sound of Krishna's holy name or sound of Krishna's flute is the sweetest, the flute. But in conditioned state, the sound of your own glorification is sweeter than Krishna's flute. So this unnecessary gossiping has to be. Anything else which kills bhakti, which destroys bhakti, unfavorable for bhakti?
Not maintaining enough cleanliness.
Yeah, lack of cleanliness is not good for Krishna consciousness.
Jiva himsa.
Jiva himsa. Yes, I'm coming to it. You know stuff, I know. So Rupa Goswami very nicely puts it together. He says, Apyahara prayasasya prajalpo niyamagaraha janasangascha lolicha shakdir bhaktir vinashati. If a person eats too much or collects more funds than necessary, if a person tries to do something in order to achieve something which is very mundane and tries very, very hard for it, that is prayas. Prajalpa, if a person talks unnecessarily, Tushyanti, the devotees of Krishna, Tushyanti charamam sicha. When they meet with each other, they talk about Krishna. It's not that when they meet, they talk about some nonsense. They share care for each other. That how are you? How's your health? How is your japa? What is your realization? What are you hearing these days? This is the kind of discussions they have. Tushyanti charamam sicha. So basically, when they meet also, they discuss about Krishna. That is not prajalpa, but anything else is prajalpa. So prajalpo, niyamagraha, doing things just for the sake of doing without understanding why you're doing. That's how India got destroyed. That's how the spiritual culture of India got destroyed. People in India were spiritual. As long as India was spiritual, it was called as Sone ki Chidiya, or the golden bird. Because wherever there is spirit, soul, feeling nourished, That means wherever there is Krishna consciousness, Lakshmi is automatically there. You don't need to work very hard. Krishna, wherever there is Krishna, yatra yogeshvara Krishna, tatra bharto, yatra bharto dhanantara, tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuje. Shri will always be there. Opulence will always be there. So why India was Sone ki Chidiya? Why all the travelers of the world had a dream to come to India? Because India was a spiritual place. In 1700s, there was a very nice British survey. That time, East India Company was not established, but the Britishers had surveyed that the people of India were very studious. The normal gurukuls which were functioning in India used to function from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. That means for 12 hours, students and teachers would sit and study Shastra. So therefore, they knew why they are doing what they are doing. It was very clear to them. If somebody would ask why you put this tilak, they had a scientific answer. If somebody would ask why you wear dhoti, they had a scientific answer. If somebody would ask why you chant on the beads, they had a scientific answer. If somebody would ask why you fast on Ekadashis, scientific answer. But the problem is, by the propaganda of the Britishers, they made the Indians feel disgusted with the Vedic culture due to some incorrect, maliciously motivated translations of the Vedic scriptures. So people stopped reading the Vedic scripture and they forgot the science behind the Vedas. So therefore, when the so-called inquisitive people of the modern age asked their parents that why we are doing what we are doing, the parents couldn't answer. So therefore, the spirituality went on a low trend. So those who do not read the Shastra, those who don't read scriptures, even if they follow some so-called spirituality in their life, they will not know why they are doing what they are doing. So therefore, that is not favorable for them. One serious problem will come in their life, the mind will give them a strong reason and they'll give it up. So therefore, the most important, one of the things which destroys bhakti is doing things just for the sake of doing and not reading the scriptures, doing it as a ritual and not understanding how it is spiritual. So, niyamagraha. Niyamagraha also means not following the rules and regulations. I am calling myself a devotee, but I don't chant Hare Krishna. I don't follow the regulations. These things they destroy. Janasangascha, when you associate too much with worldly minded people, that destroys them. Because worldly minded people, they want to talk about the world. But you are not interested in this world because this world is dukkhalaya. And there are many people who do not understand the seriousness of avoiding mundane association. When Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked, who is a Vaishnava? In one line he said, Asat Sangha Tyaga Ei Vaishnavacha. One who gives up the worldly material association, which is not going to help him in his spiritual life. One who is strong enough to give it up, that person is only a Vaishnava, nobody else is a Vaishnava. Due to weakness of heart, if you have compassion at the bodily platform for people and you want to associate with them, then it will not be able to help you. Question may be asked, Prabhu, we have to actually go to our workplaces and associate with so many people. It's unavoidable. How do we handle it? So the answer is, there is a difference between interaction and association. Interaction means you have to deal with them, so you just deal with them. But association means while dealing with them, you start enjoying your conversations with them. You start revealing your mind in confidence with them. And you start asking questions and getting in their life. You start eating food with them. You start eating their tiffin and giving your tiffin, taking gifts, giving gifts. And all these things start with the worldly minded people, that is called association. Even if you have to spend time with them, just interact with them for the purpose of just working. Be fully professional. Don't share your life with them. Do not ever share your mind with them. And do not ever ask them what's going on in their life. If they have to tell you, if they come and fall at your feet and surrender unto you, Shishyas Teham Sadhivam Pram Prapannam, from today you are my spiritual master and I am a soul surrendered to you. Whatever you say, I will do. If they speak like that, then you can hear them. Provided you have already done your japa properly and you know how to connect them to Krishna. Otherwise, avoid. And lolling, excessive greed. These 6 things, they will destroy them. So coming back to Sharanagati, Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjanam, Rakshishyati iti Vishwaso. One should have firm faith in all circumstances that Krishna will protect me. This consciousness is called Krishna Consciousness. Many people, when they face problems, the urge to solve the problem is so great, they take the matters in their hand to such a degree that they forget to take shelter of Krishna. They forget to practice Sharanagati, and therefore their chanting doesn't nourish them in times of difficulties. I repeat again and again. The Navavidha Bhakti will give desired result only when you do it in a mood of Sharanagati. If this Sharanagati is missing, then it leads to weed production. Upashakha. It will not give the desired result. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshishyati iti vishwaso. Gopatritya varnam tatha. You have to learn to be dependent on Krishna. You have to have faith that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, I am executing all my business in the best possible way. I will continue to do my prescribed duties, but the most important prescribed duty which I have is chanting Hare Krishna. Even if the whole world is on fire, and even if the demigods are coming and asking me that, my dear friend, if you don't come out, stop your japa and come out and save the world, there will be a pralay. So you have to simply tell, let it go to pralay, I will first finish my japa. That is the level of faith we should have in our holy. Because the mind will cheat us. The nature of the mind is sankalpa and vikalpa. You will take a sankalpa one moment that every day now, henceforth, I am going to chant Hare Krishna in an attentive way, sincerely, seriously, with all good focus and attention. And the next moment, after 2 rounds, your mind will tell you that now you have become a true follower of Haridas Thakur. You have become a representative of Prabhupada. You have fully realized that there is no difference between Krishna and his holy name. So now you can take a break. And you can chant later. After all, it's Namnamakari Bahudhani Visarva Shaktivis. Tatrargata Niyamita Nasmarane Natana. There is no hard and fast rules of chanting. So why you are chanting in Brahma Muhurta? Sleep. Chant in the night. Night Chanters Club, NCC. Join that. Join NCC and be very happy. The mind will cheat you right now. So in all circumstances, if I am fully convinced, Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kare Sudrida Nischaya, Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita. Simply if I have faith that simply by executing my instructions from my spiritual master, is chanting the holy names of the Lord, everything will be perfectly done. That is called Gopatritya. Having full faith that Krishna will maintain. Because Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita, to my devotees, I carry what they need and I preserve what they have. Ask yourself what you need. Krishna never said that he'll give you what you want. He said it's what you need. So whatever we need and whatever we have, it will be preserved by the practice of Krishna consciousness. Many people argue, "Arey, jab karne se pet bharta hai kya?" Yes, pet bharta hai. If you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna will provide you. Don't worry. Of course, we are not encouraging you to become lazy people. That you will. First of all, it is not possible that one will only chant Hare Krishna and not do anything. It is not possible. If you are that kind of a person, then one day you will stop chanting this. So this is a very, very hypothetical situation which will never come. Because Krishna never encouraged Arjuna also in the Bhagavad Gita to give up his Nitya Karma or Nainitya Karma. That you have to do. But Krishna ultimately highlighted, Mam Anusmara Yuddhacha. You have done so many battles, but now you think of me and fight for me. Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam. The most important duty amongst all our duties is to, while doing our duty, we should never forget our duty to surrender to Krishna. This is the essence of Goptre Varnam Katha, having full faith that Krishna will maintain. Atma Nikshepa, surrendering body, mind and words to Krishna. That is only possible when we follow the instructions of Prabhupada, when we do what is being told by the Acharyas, and we actually have a plan that this activity is meant for the pleasure of Krishna. My body is meant to be used in Krishna's service. My mind is supposed to be thinking of Krishna. My words are meant to be glorifying Krishna. Atma Nikshepa, just like Bali Maharaj did. What price did Bali Maharaj pay to achieve this Atma Nikshepa stage? He had to reject his spiritual master. So even if the so-called authorities of our life, if they order us that we leave Krishna consciousness, we should give up our authorities but not Krishna. Sometimes people, when they meet me, they say, oh, you are a great soul. You have given up so many things to serve Krishna. I never feel like that. Because I feel people have given up Krishna to do some other things. So they are greater than me. I have actually not renounced anything because everything belongs to Krishna and it has to be used in Krishna's service. People who have given up Krishna, they are greater than me. Because Krishna is the only valuable possession which we all have. Our true love is Krishna. Krishna is the soul of our soul. And one who has given up Krishna, he is the biggest renunciant. So I always feel that people are bigger renunciants than me. I should learn something from them. How they have given up their most beloved shelter, that is Krishna consciousness. Atma Nikshepa Karpanya. Karpanya means humility. One should always remember that they have to be always humble. Humility is necessary for going through and growing through the situations and the circumstances of life. If we are not humble, we will not be able to receive the mercy of Krishna. We will not be able to chant Hare Krishna. We will be very eager to be happy, to be glorified by others, by being glorified by others. And then we will not tolerate any smallest of offense or smallest of mistakes of people. We will become a demon basically. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarodeva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtana. So these are 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. The essence which I am trying to say is that until we regularly remember these 6 symptoms of Sharanagati and practice Navavida Bhakti, our Bhakti is going to fail. Or rather, it will give not the desired result. Some result will come, but it will not give the desired result. Rather, it will lead to production of weeds. What are these weeds? The weeds are basically Jiva Himsa, hurting other animals, plants, or even devotees. Kutinati means high level of diplomacy in dealings with devotees. Saying something else to one devotee, something else to another devotee. Jiva Himsa Kutinati Nishiddhachar. Every devotee is expected. For example, this Nishiddhachar comes even at the level of, or this, what is the other Mithyachar or Nishiddhachar, comes as soon as you take a vow. Suppose you are going through a Shiksha level of 4 rounds, chanting 4 rounds. You've taken a vow that you chant 4 rounds every day, but you are not chanting. That is Nishiddhachar. That is Mithyachar. Correct? Similarly, if you have declared yourself to be a devotee, who has taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who has accepted Srila Prabhupada, who has taken initiation, and after that, if they are not following the vows of the initiation, that is Nishiddhachar. So when we practice bhakti without the elements of Sharanagati, we become Nishiddhacharis, or brahmacharis. Such devotees will be found not to finish their 16 rounds or not following the 4 regulated principles. And such problems will be there in their life. Jiva himsa, kutinati nishiddhachara, puja labh pratisthadi, puja. One would like to do everything only for the sake of being glorified and worshipped. This is there. This is a very strange and serious and very, very old anartha which we all may be having, because we are in Kali-yuga, so I am using the word be. We may be having, must be having in our hearts, where we want that wherever we go, people should worship Him. Just like they worship Prabhupada, just like they worship Krishna. They should all worship Him. Do whatever you want, bas mera naam lete rehna. Just keep taking my name, just keep glorifying me, just keep giving me all the credit and do what you want. So that is the desire for puja. Love. Sometimes devotees practice Krishna consciousness with a desire to get some benefit, material benefit. When I will do this seva, then I will get meva. When I will do this seva, then they will call me and give me this gift. Sometimes happens, we say that if you distribute 200 books, we will give you this. The whole focus, when I was in the 5th standard, my father told me that if you stop playing the video game and if you study nicely, and then he gave a big list actually, then I will give you a watch. Wristwatch. In those days, having a wristwatch in the 5th standard was like a very, very great thing. So my whole attention went on that watch. I was studying. My younger sister, she came and she spit at my face. Literally. What the hell are you doing? You're not studying for the sake of studying. You're only studying for the watch. So this is called doing something with some ulterior motive. We are here to chant Hare Krishna only to please Krishna. We have no other intention. We are here to do service to Krishna only to please Krishna with no other intention. But when other intentions come in, that is love. Oh, I am doing this survey so that the South Indian Divisional Council will take note of me and will include me, or it will start including my vote when the temple president meeting happens. So in order to become an important man amongst all the temple presidents of South India, I should do this. This is called doing bhakti for some material benefit. If I distribute regularly prasadam outside the ISKCON temple, and if I click some photos and regularly circulate into social media, then I will get some CSR funds by which I can buy a car for myself. And then I will be able to move around everywhere at my own speed. This is all nonsense things which the mind will come up with. So doing devotional service with a desire to get some benefit, whatever it could be. You know, if I talk very sweetly to these kids, then the next day when I want something, they will bring for me. These kind of desires one should not have. That means there should be no ulterior motive in the practice of bhakti. There are two kinds of purity which everybody should practice. One is called purity of conduct, the other is called purity of purpose. Purity of conduct is mandatory. One should be pure by their conduct. But even if one is struggling to have purity of conduct, they should never compromise on the purity of purpose. Because if your purpose is pure, even if you are not pure by your conduct, Krishna will take care of you. Doing things with the right intention is the most important thing to do. Intention matters a lot. Puja, love, and pratishtha. They are the love. One of the most major obstacles in spiritual life is desire to get distinction for doing some stuff. desire to be glorified in the association of devotees. It's like a witch. Oh, this Prabhuji is the most expert Bhagavatam reciter. Oh, this Prabhuji or this Mataji is the best. So the desire to become best at any seva is an obstacle in life. And this may be mind-boggling for many people. Some people may say, I want to do this with a desire. I want to be best at this seva because it will please Prabhupada. Good. If you really have that intention, go ahead. But do we really have that intention? Am I trying to be best to please Prabhupada or just to get, wow, Prabhu, amazing Mataji? Am I doing it for that purpose or this purpose? So these are the obstacles in the path of bhakti, and these can be removed only when we do Sankirtan. Because Sankirtan forces this Sharanagati mood in our consciousness. Because when we do bhakti without the mood of Sharanagati, then we are in the center. I am trying to chant Hare Krishna so that I will go out of the material world, so that I will be saved from the tapatraya or the three kinds of miseries, so that I will be happy, so that I will attain the lotus feet of Krishna, so that I will see Krishna. The I is there always. Krishna is not in the center. But when we do Sankirtan, Krishna is forced, you are forced to compromise your personal opinion. You are forced to give up this I consciousness. You are forced to listen to others. You are forced to not do what you want to do. You are forced to do what Krishna wants to do. That is the power of Sankirtan. It's a common fact that when many devotees come together, there is going to be problems. If many devotees are coming together and no problems are happening, that means these devotees are just some piece of wood, that's all. Even in the spiritual world, there are disagreements. So always when some devotees come together, there is going to be problems. Immaturity means because problems are happening, so this place is an evil place, leave this place and go away. Hoping that in some other place I will get some Vaikuntha environment where there will be no problems. Some people think like that. Some problems are there, so find one person, crucify that person, make that person, blame that person, and go. Only a hero can cooperate and continue to serve, and that is the mode of Sankirtan. So Sankirtan forces us. That's why Srila Prabhupada, when he was quitting his body, he told, if you love me, then you should cooperate. Despite differences. Even if there are some differences, learn to put away your personal thought process and personal differences. And for the pleasure of Krishna, let's tolerate each other and let's serve. This is Sankirtan. And this Sankirtan is so powerful that when it is done sincerely and seriously, and it leads to purification of heart. Sankirtan uproots all the upashakhas or the anarthas which are there in our heart. Sankirtan forces us to understand the meaning of Sharanagati. Because Sankirtan, the natural result of Sankirtan is that our false ego will be cut into pieces, will be put in a mixer grinder, and will be grinded very nicely. That is the meaning of Sankirtan. Sankirtane, what is that verse? Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopanga Sarvashanam. Sankirtana, what's the third line? Yajnaya Sankirtana Praya Vidanti Sumyatasha. That's why it is said that the most intelligent people will be able to recognize Lord Chaitanya, because only the most intelligent people can do Sankirtan. Sankirtan means glorifying Krishna, simply for the purpose of pleasing Krishna and having no other purpose. This is the purity of Sankirtan, this is the process of Sankirtan. And Sankirtan has to be done in a very, very smart, intelligent and organized way. Time is less. People of Kali Yuga have a short lifespan. They are very, very spiritually dull. They are very bad, very slow. or both. And if at all they have some good characteristics, they are very unfortunate to fall in the trap of those people who are spreading crocodile philosophies, which are the killers of the soul. So time is less. So Sankirtan has to be done in a very intelligent and organized way. When we do Sankirtan, when we chant Hare Krishna, actually the real meaning of Sankirtan is trying to please Krishna in the association of devotees where I am not the center, Krishna is in the center. It could be anything. Even if we try to just clean the temple hall as a group, where we are listening to each other and cooperating with each other with a desire to please Krishna, chanting the holy names of Krishna, that is called Sankirtan. In that mood of Sankirtan, every day when you come and offer your obeisances to the Acharya and Lord Krishna, simply by offering that obeisance, every day a piece of your false ego and a chunk of your anarthas will break away and go away forever. And every time when you offer your obeisances in the mood of Sankirtan with the essence of Sharanagati, simply by offering obeisances you will become a devotee of Krishna. Manmana bhavanto madhyaji mam namaskuru. That is the meaning of obeisances. That's why it's so important. That is why it is said that when you come in a temple of the Lord, you should not wear any cap or any pagadi. Because, of course, if you have some health problem, that's all right. But it is important because this signifies position. I am the Prime Minister. I am the Chief Minister. I am the captain of the Indian cricket team. And that's why when you go to some occasions, they put a pagadi on your head. Or they put a cap on your head. Even great kings, they have, they used to wear, what is this called, mukut. Before coming into the temple, they have to remove everything. So if you remain in Sankirtan, somebody will point it out, Prabhu, what you are doing? Don't do this. Prabhuji, don't do this, don't do that. But if you are not doing Sankirtan, how will you ever come to know? So being in the association of devotees, chanting Hare Krishna, simply for the pleasure of Krishna, keeping Krishna in the center, is called Sankirtan. If you do that, you benefit. And when others see you doing that, they benefit. But we have to save the whole world. It is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that when Lord Nityananda when Lord Chaitanya ordered Lord Nityananda that henceforth everybody will come to meet me in Jagannath Puri, only Lord Nityananda will not come. Because he should remain back in Bengal, I was going to say Bangalore. Lord Nityananda should remain in Bangalore and Bengal and continue to preach. And it is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Lord Nityananda made such a strategy and preached in such a way that there was nobody left to preach. You understand the meaning of that? What is the meaning of this?
Everything is said. Everybody will become a devotee.
Everybody, not just in a small village, not in a district, but in a province which comprised Bengal, present-day Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, down till Madras, where our Ramanand Rai was the governor. Everybody had become a devotee. That means anybody whom you would meet, they would say Hare Krishna. That is the kind of preaching which is expected. So time is less and we need to do this kind of preaching. Now, certainly, we do not have that kind of potency like Lord Nityananda. There was a follower of Lord Nityananda. I'm just forgetting his name. He used to be so mad in ecstasy chanting Hare Krishna that he used to get up in the middle of the night chanting Hare Krishna, run into the forest, find a sleeping tiger and slap the tiger. And ask the tiger to chant Hare Krishna. And the tiger would start chanting Hare Krishna and he would sit on the tiger and come back his home. And the tiger would go back. These are the kinds of people who were the followers of Lord Nityananda. So what to speak of Lord Nityananda? You cannot imagine the kind of preaching he had done. But there is a purport where Srila Prabhupada says that by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, a follower can preach in a way which is even bigger than what Lord Nityananda has done. When Srila Prabhupada went to Vrindavan for the first time, he took 40 disciples with him to show them what is Vrindavan and what is the culture of Vrindavan, etc. And now we see when the disciples of Prabhupada, when they go to Vrindavan, or when they do some yatras, they take thousands of people. I'm not belittling the position of Srila Prabhupada. I'm just saying that this is how the Guru Parampara works. Prabhupada brought 40, their disciples are bringing 4,000, and the disciple will bring 40,000. This is called Guru Shishya Parampara. Lord Nityananda made an entire province Krishna conscious. The sincere followers of Lord Nityananda have made the whole world conscious, Krishna conscious. And the sincere followers of Srila Prabhupada will make the whole universe Krishna conscious. This is consciousness, is called Krishna consciousness. So this is the power of Sankirtan. The sky is the limit. There's no limit of Sankirtan. So one of the smartest ways of doing Sankirtan is to have the best person doing the preaching and doing it at a broad scale. So we are followers or we are members of ISKCON. Now just scratch your head, put on your thinking cap and tell me who is the best preacher in ISKCON?
Srila Prabhupada.
His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Any doubt about it? How many of you are saying just out of sentiment? Yeah, everybody is saying so, I should also say. After all, I have to get that prasad. If I say Prabhupada is not the best preacher, they may just take me out and tell me that what have you heard till now?
Whomever reading his books is knows.
Yes, whoever reads the books of Srila Prabhupada, they can understand that Prabhupada is the best preacher. So when we give someone a book of Srila Prabhupada, who is preaching at that time?
Prabhupada.
So one of the best and the smartest and the most intelligent and the most organized way of chanting Hare Krishna and making others chant Hare Krishna is to expose people to Srila Prabhupada by distributing his books. Therefore, Sankirtan means book distribution. Book distribution means Sankirtan. What happens when you go out for book distribution? When you take a book and when you go out, what are you doing? When you meet people, what are you glorifying when you meet people?
Glorifying Krishna.
You are glorifying Krishna. What is the intention of yours glorification? So that people subscribe to this book and start reading it. What benefit you get? Nothing. So Krishna is in the center. You are trying to glorify Krishna. Is this a pure devotional activity? Yes. You are trying to glorify Krishna. And in the process, if the person ends up taking a book, yes, give it to me. Then what is that? It is a blessing of Krishna. So when you go out for book distribution, when you glorify the Srila Prabhupada's books, the books of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Krishna book, you are actually doing pure devotional service. That's it. And that's the goal of life. Goal of life is to do pure devotional service. And if a book goes, that is an extra bonus. Do you need bonus? Not necessarily. The goal is just to render pure devotional service. So I'm just going out and trying to show these books and saying, see, this Bhagavad Gita is very nice. It contains the essence of all Vedic scriptures. It tells you about the soul. It tells you about, you can show all those photos which are there. I will teach you, I will not teach you, but I will just tell you how to distribute Bhagavad Gita on its own merit. You don't need to make stories. Everything is there in the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna will inspire you. You just need to ask the right questions and make a connect with people. For example, please come here. This is live, huh? Come this side. Hi, are you from Madhya Pradesh?
No, I'm not.
Let me show you this Bhagavad Gita. Now you say, yes, I am from Madhya Pradesh. Hi, are you from Madhya Pradesh?
Yes.
Let me show you this Bhagavad Gita. That's how you strike a conversation. Just strike a conversation. Excuse me, you look very spiritual. What will you reply?
In my case, yes, I am.
Yes, I knew that. I could feel it. Have a look at this. Just somehow connect with people. As I said, that the sweetest sound vibration, please go. I'll call you. The sweetest sound vibration in the world is Swakatha. When we talk to people about them, they really like to hear it. The whole problem in the world is people are not telling people about themselves. People want to hear about themselves. So just connect somehow. I like your blue jacket. I also have one. Where did you get it from? Yeah, I also. Maybe next time I'll go there. And have you seen the Bhagavad Gita? Khatam. Finished. Sometimes when we try to show a Bhagavad Gita, no, I'm in a hurry. Then ask some questions. Are you in real hurry? Yes, I'm in real hurry. Let me show you very quickly. So questions deflect questions. Be a master asker. Learn to ask the right questions always. Sometimes people will come back to you. Why are you wasting my time? Why don't you go and do something else? There's no need to answer such questions. One person asked me, why are you doing this? Why don't you get a job? I asked, but why are you asking this question? And then he was stunned. So if somebody asks you something stupid, you ask something stupid back. Why don't you get a job? Why do you ask? Give a moment. Generally, when you ask some questions, learn to ask the right questions. A question is a hook. You see a question mark? That's a hook. When you put a hook somewhere, people will get hooked to you. And then that's how you start talking. Of course, different book distributors do it in different ways. My way of book distribution is very simple because I'm a very useless book distributor. I just say Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. Because I have faith, this is India. When I will go outside India, I will do all this master asking question techniques. But in India, everybody knows what is Bhagavad Gita. Just show, because I don't want to waste my time. I go in those spots where people are huge in number, big crowd. When crowd is less, then you have to engage in conversations. When you are in a place where there is a very high footfall, don't waste your time by engaging in conversations. Just like over a junkyard, when you push a magnet, and all the magnetic substance will come and get attracted. Similarly, in a crowd, you have to just show the books. And by seeing the facial expression of the person, you will understand he will take and he will not. Finish. Book distribution or Sankirtan means being an instrument. We are just standing there trying to engage people, waiting when Srila Prabhupada will send someone to take this book. So there is no doership mentality involved. I am a great book distributor. This consciousness is not there in the picture. If it is there, Krishna will make sure that day, Prabhupada will make sure that no book will be. So only when you have this mentality that I am simply standing here as an instrument for someone to come and take this book from me willingly, and that is called book distribution. That is called Sankirtan. And this is actually a fact. This is actually a fact. This is not just valid in book distribution. This is valid in every anga of bhakti. Without this, you cannot practice sharanagati. Sometimes in the jungle, a lion hunts an elephant. And on the mustache of the lion, sometimes a fly sits. And some flashes of blood goes on the fly. The problem is that the fly starts thinking that I have murdered the elephant. See, the splash of elephant's blood is on me. So similarly, we should not be in that kind of consciousness. Stupid consciousness. The real book distribution is being done by Krishna, who is the Paramatma, who is inspiring people to come and talk to you. And the real book distribution is being done by Prabhupada. You are just a fly sitting on the moustache of the lion. The lion is hunting, the lion is killing the big, big atheistic elephants and making them into sincere devotees. This is the consciousness of Sankirtan. Whatever Anga of Bhakti you do, I have seen many advanced devotees and I have seen my spiritual master. Whenever some great achievement or when some great ecstatic results come in Krishna consciousness, they become more humble. They feel that just see how great Prabhupada is doing. And how great is the sense of humor of Srila Prabhupada, that he is making me an instrument when he knows and when I know that I have no qualities. They find it very humorous. That just these great results are coming. This is such a great humor. I've actually seen sincere devotees, especially my spiritual master, whenever something happens, he becomes even more humble. Because he understands that all this is happening simply by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and that is the spirit of Sankirtan. Now, the easiest way to practice that spirit is to go out and book distribution. You have to just show. I removed the cover of this book just to show you these plates. Simply, if you start showing these plates, you know what? The Bhagavad Gita says that the body is not, we are not the body. We are the spirit soul, and then there's the mind, which is like the reins, and the horses, the senses are like the horses, and the intelligence is the control. Simply, if you tell this much, a person who is sincere will get attracted. Just go on turning these pages and just describe 1 line, 2 line. Sometimes, who's this? Which school do you study?
Auxilium.
This person also used to study in Auxilium. No. Sometimes just to wake them up, you can crack such jokes. And just explain these plates, and that's done. That's finished. That's over. Nothing else you need to do. If he has to take it, he'll take it. Just find the right hook, talk to people, be a master asker, and one last thing which you can do is to remember. People want to hear good things. Once I was trying to distribute the Bhagavad Gita, and one person told me, why are you behind me? I don't want to take it. But then I said, but I was told to give it to the most intelligent people. And then you know what happened. So flattery can get you anywhere. Especially when it comes to book distribution. Earlier I used to think that there is some limit to flattery. But my experience over the years have made me realize that people can swallow endless amount of flattery. They can just lap it up. And the more you give, the more happy they are. One person was like, yeah, I know why you're doing, here's a donation, take it. And then when they give a donation, they say, I just give a donation, I don't want a book. And then I said, see, you have given me, you have helped me, you have supported me. I'll use it for printing more books. And I'll use it to distribute more prasadam. But just as a token of appreciation, I want to give these 2 books to you. Just as a gift from my side. He gave 500, I gave 2 books. Book distribution now. So somehow or the other, just push a book. And the whole result of doing this is, Srila Prabhupada will get pleased. This is Sankirtan. We have to connect with people. We have to ask the right questions. Avoid unnecessary discussions. Help them a little bit by glorifying them. And help them take these books and read it. This is the spirit of Sankirtan. Sankirtan can be done in various ways, but this is one of the most important ways of Sankirtan. And why this is very, very important? Because Srila Prabhupada has been stressing upon it, he wants it and he demands it. I'm going to show you a short video. Can someone pass me the cable? It's down there. And the television can be switched on.
Which one? TV.
HDMI cable. After this video, I'm going to tell you 7 sutras for book distribution or Sankirtan, which will help you to become a master book distributor right now. Just check the volume is on or not.
So yeah.
What's wrong? Just a sec. Just now I had opened VLC. Carefully see this video to understand the mood and mission of the Acharya. Srila Prabhupada had always told, Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasado yasya prasadan nagati kuto. The success or the secret of success in spiritual life is just try to please the Acharyas, the spiritual masters. And the Acharyas have a desire which is very much in line with Krishna. There is no question of Acharyas desiring something which Krishna doesn't want. So if Srila Prabhupada has stressed so much on book distribution, that means we should be fully confident that Krishna in Golok Vrindavan wants these books to be distributed. Otherwise, he is not an Acharya. And if you accept that he is an Acharya, then this is the absolute truth. And this will become further clear by having a look at this video.
So we have to simply take instruction from Guru, and if we execute that to our heart and soul, that is success. That is practical. I have no personal qualification, but I simply try to satisfy my Guru. That's all. My Guru Maharaj asked me that if you get some money, you print books. So there was a private meeting talking, and some of my important God brothers also there. It was in Radha Kunda. So Guru Maharaj was speaking to me that since we have got this Bhagavaja and Marble Temple, there has been so many dissensions. And everyone thinking we occupy this room or that room, that room. I wish therefore to sell this temple and the marble and print some book. Yes. So I took up this from his mouth, but he is very fond of books. And he told me personally that if you get some money, print books. Therefore I am stressing on this point. Where is book, where is book, where is book? So kindly help me. This is my request. Print as many books in as many languages and distribute throughout the whole world. Then Krishna Consciousness movement will automatically increase. there, everyone is engaged to rise early in the morning for offering arati to the deity. They are preparing nice food, they are decorating, making garland, so many engagements. They are going for some kirtan party, they are canvassing or selling wood. 24 hours engagement. Therefore they are able to give up this sinful life. This kind of objections are always met by the atheist class of man. Even Jesus Christ was crucified. So this is a material world. You'll find always such nonsense class of men.
It must cost you a lot of money to go traveling around the world all the time.
Yes, we have got about 102 branches all over the world.
Where do you get the money?
Get money from God. We especially get money by selling our books. You have seen our books.
If you can't charge...
We are selling, according to Indian exchange, we are selling about 25 to 30,000 rupees worth books daily. We can spend all the money of the world. Unfortunately, do not give us it.
So for the time being, the money will not be used for the construction in Mayapur. It will be used to put books.
Mahaprabhu, they have already taken on a black from me.
Now Gopal Krishna in India requested that BBT give him a loan of $160,000. In India, just this during the Mayapur festival, he requested a loan from the US BBT for $160,000, which would be used to construct the second residence building.
How will pay back?
His plan was that the American temples would purchase rooms, and over a period of 4 or 5 years, they would pay that money back. So is that still approved by you, by your divine grace?
Yes, I know.
The only thing is that we will have to delay the loan, because for the next 3 months, all our money will be used to print these 17 books.
Customable books, then grow. However, we cannot hold up printing, that is not possible. This you must always keep in view. We are not going to the surplus money, not that at the cost of stopping printing. You must always keep it. When you require money for printing, there is no question of our temple. This should be our Shri Gurun Vaishnavansam Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sarvana Raghunathanvitam Swaram Sajivam Shastaitam Savadhutam Paridana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhana Lalita Sri Vishakhantam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaurabhavita Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaurabhavita Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaurabhavita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama.
I was wandering in the street and some of the boys saw me and gradually they came to me and actually I did not try anything for developing this institution. The boys did it. Most of my students, they were instead of this electrical, but they are given everything. There was a caricature picture in some paper, perhaps you remember, from Montreal or here, I don't remember. One old lady and her husband sitting face to face. The lady is requesting the husband, chant, chant, chant. And the husband is answering, can't, can't, can't. everyone, please chant, chant, chant. And they are replying, can't, can't. This is their misfortune. This is their misfortune. So still, it is our duty to make all these misfortunate, unfortunate creatures fortunate. That is our duty. We therefore go in the street and chant. Although they say can't, we go on chanting. That is our duty. And somehow or other, we push on some literature in his hand, he is becoming fortunate. He would have squandered his hard-earned money in so many nasty, sinful ways, and if he purchases one book, never mind what is the price, his money is properly utilized. The beginning of Krishna consciousness is there, because he is giving some money, hard-earned money, for this Krishna consciousness movement. He is getting some spiritual profit. He is not losing, he is getting some spiritual profit. Therefore, our business is somehow or other bring everyone in this Krishna consciousness movement, he will be profited. If we enter in devotional service, we get a different nature. And if we engage in business of sense gratification, we get a little different.
And then the karma is that they upalabdhi.
Yeah. And according to the association of different nature, we get a body. Karanam gunasammasya sapasap janmayoni. Therefore, we should always seek good association, devotee association. Then on life will be successful.
Yes. So all of you saw this wonderful compilation. All glories to the devotees who have compiled this, but this is just a glimpse. This three things I could take from this presentation. Number one, how Srila Prabhupada is extremely fond of this book distribution. And the reason why he is so fond, because his spiritual master is so fond of book distribution. And why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada is so fond, because he knows, all of them know that this is Krishna's desire. The second thing which I took away from this presentation was Srila Prabhupada is extending his heartfelt blessings to all the people, all the boys and girls, gentlemen and ladies who are distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. Do you know what it means to be blessed by an acharya? Do you know what it means? When you get blessed by an acharya, it means that your life has become successful. And there is nothing else which is left to be achieved. You have achieved everything. Krishna has taken note of you. Sometimes we say that Srila Prabhupada will save us, will deliver us. We simply mean that Srila Prabhupada will pray for us. And Krishna will take attention, because Krishna cannot ignore the prayer, or does not want, or chooses not to ignore the prayers of his pure devotees. That is the meaning of being blessed by an acharya. Srila Prabhupada really wants it. He blesses us for doing that. And the third thing, you saw, he was translating these books till the last breath of his life. There was one personality there, His Holiness Jai Advait Swami Maharaj. He's a sannyasi now, spiritual master in ISKCON. He's there in this video and he's there now also. And if you ask him, he'll tell you that in all business of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada's topmost priority was this book distribution. People would be having, Srila Prabhupada would be very upset in his health, but when someone would come and say some figures that this Bhagavad Gita has been printed in German language and this is how these many copies have been distributed, or this Bhagavad Gita has been written in Arabic, these many copies, Srila Prabhupada used to become so happy. Now, before I proceed to the next section of how to practically distribute Srila Prabhupada books, there is some announcement.
Card number 0487 has to be removed.
Yes, please help yourselves.
0487 blue card.
Yes. So, just want to leave you with some sutras of book distribution, which will help you with some. First of all, how many of you are inspired to go out on this most powerful form of Sankirtan called book distribution in this month of book marathon? How many of you are inspired, want to do it, aspire to do it? Some of you are not raising your hands. Very good, all of you are raising your hand. And those who are not able to raise your hand, at least pray that I should be able to assist those people who are going on in this sacred, most important activity in this month. The first sutra for book distribution is always leave a good impression. Whomever you talk to, whether it is your neighbor, whether it is your colleague, whether it is your enemy, whether it is your friend, whomever you meet, whether you're meeting with someone, some random person on the road, whether you're meeting a businessman or a lawyer, whomever you meet, always leave a good impression. Always, I have done this mistake where I've been talking to atheists and I've spent half an hour, 1 hour wasting my time talking to them, and I'm fully frustrated, my energy is finished after talking to them. So in the end, when they go, I'm like, please don't come back again. I say like I have said sometimes to them. And I left. Sometimes in some cases, I was so fed up with the way people were approaching me. I really, in one way, trashed them up by my behavior. So that is a very, very wrong thing to do. Always leave a good impression. If they want to take a book, good. If they don't want to take a book, thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you. So that the next person who touches them, maybe this month or next year or in future. Once it so happened that we were distributing some books and we were just genuinely trying to be approachable and nice to people. And I was trying to distribute some books and I was showing very eagerly this book, that book. And then that person said, I don't want to take, I'm not interested. So I just said, okay, thank you, have a nice day, see you around, Hare Krishna, here is one, laddu, please take. That person walked for some time, came back and he said, you know what, I don't need this book, I'm not sure I will read it also or not. But just because you're doing something good and you are so nicely behaved, so I will take it. So that was a slap on my face. Slap on my ego. I was thinking, yeah, now this person will take. But then he really took it because of some other reason and not because of what I was trying to show and convince. So good behavior always helps. Once there was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada who said that Srila Prabhupada, I wanted to make a boat and go through the Ganges and stop at various places from the route from Mayapur to Kolkata. In all the villages I wanted to stop and I wanted to preach. And I want to take you also with me. Prabhupada said, very nice idea. And then this person told that my problem is that I do not speak the local language, I do not understand and speak Bengali. How will I preach to them? Srila Prabhupada said, never mind. They don't see what you speak, they see how you behave. So the strongest and the best way to preach is to have the right behavior, especially when we are out in the public. So first sutra of distribution, if you are noting or if you want to note, if you want to remember, always leave a good impression. Second sutra, go out regularly. Go out regularly. If you are sitting at home, book distribution will not happen. If you really can't go out, pick up your phone, make a list of favorable 20, 30 contacts, start calling them. Srila Prabhupada had his desire that I want every gentleman to have a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita in their house. So how many of you have at least 20 gentlemen and gentle ladies' phone number in your contact book? Why don't you give it a shot? We can teach you how to do that. So first, go out for book distribution regularly. We will be announcing in your WhatsApp groups that today, for example, today evening we are going out. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. near the Hope Farm signal, we are going out. So as many as possible, you join us. And we'll not just do it on Sunday. We want to go on the weekdays also. Because weekdays there is more traffic. If you go on a traffic signal and if you try to distribute books, that is the most successful point which we have found in the last 2-3 years. We have distributed more than 7,000-8,000 books on a traffic signal. So we want to not miss that spot because everybody has taken note of it. Other temples are seeing it, other branches are seeing it. We want to regularly go and occupy that spot. So you can join us. So the first step in book distribution is go out regularly, touch the pavement. Your only desire should be that I have to go and come back. Don't have a target that I have to distribute 7,000 books or 8,000 books. No. Devotees are going out, I have to just go and assist. They'll ask me to bring some water, I'll bring. They'll ask me to sit at the table, I'll sit. They'll ask me to show the books, I'll show. They'll ask me to push the books, I'll push. They'll ask me to do the accounts, I'll do the accounts. They'll ask me to distribute the books. Whatever they ask me to do, I'll do. But the first step is to go. And if I cannot go out, I will do calling Sankirtan. I will call people and will request them to take some books. We were on this Home Farm signal. These are Sankirtan stories. Very beautiful, heart-touching Sankirtan stories. One person came and he started looking at our books. And he said, I want 200 copies. So generally people do window shopping. They say 200 copies, 300 copies, just to know the rate. So I was there in the traffic signal. Message went to me that this person wants. So I quickly came. And then started talking to him, showing him, see, this is one book, this is Bhagavad Gita, this is Krishna book, this is SSR, this is blah, blah, blah. And then that person actually was a sincere person. And he said that, see, I want many, many books. I have a program and I have to distribute them. And he actually took it on the spot. Some books he took that day, some books he sent his people to take next day. So these miracles happen. That day we really felt that we have not done actually anything. I was there somewhere else. Somebody was there somewhere else. Someone came on their own and they said, I want hundreds of books. Krishna helps us. So that would have happened. That wouldn't have happened if we wouldn't have gone out that day. If we would have been sleeping in our houses or sitting and doing something else, that person would have passed by and we wouldn't have got the idea to take these books. The second sutra of book distribution is to go, touch the pavement and come back. And if you are unable to go, be busy on your phone, calling people. Very recently a marriage happened. So we just tried, we just approached them. Let's see, your marriage is happening. Once in a life, we hope that only once in a life you'll get married. And it's a very memorable occasion. What return gift you have planned? And he's like, I am not planning a return gift. Then he said, why don't you give a Bhagavad Gita to me? What do I need? It's cheap now. Yes, it's very cheap. Oh, very nice. I have 400 people. How much will it cost? Only this is much less than my budget. I was thinking I have to give so much. Please give me 400 Bhagavad Gita. Take him. Last year's story. Wedding, Bhagavad Gita was distributed. After that, I don't want to tell the rest of the story because next day we found someone died also. We went there also. So I hope you understood. Whether it is birthday, or whether it is marriage, or whether it is death, or whether it is birth. Birth, disease, old age, and death. Everywhere Bhagavad Gita can be distributed. So you just have to go out. Find some ideas of doing smart book distribution. This is the third sutra. Do smart book distribution. There is something called as hard book distribution. Hard book distribution means you go out on the streets, sweat it out from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and actually distribute with your team some 100, 200 books and come back. That is solid purification. If you think that you are a very great person, very highly qualified, you know a lot, and you are highly respected, go with a Bhagavad Gita and ask people. They'll show you where you are. In front of me, one person spit at the face of one book distributor. But my heart was melting when I saw that the book distributor just took out his handkerchief, wiped that spit, and continued book distribution. That day, I became fully convinced in my heart that this process is the best process of spirituality, book distribution. That day I was fully convinced because I have never seen anybody reacting like that. Imagine if someone spits at your face, what you will do? I'm not sure whether that devotee would have behaved like that when if he wouldn't have been on book distribution. If he would have been doing something else, he would have behaved like that. But because he was in book distribution, his senses were in control. His mind was under control. So this is a hard book distribution. Smart book distribution means bulk book distribution. Try to find out some contacts which can take bulk books in bulk. Some schools. We can just go and ask various schools that this is Gita Jayanti month going on, Gita Marathon. We are distributing books, Bhagavad Gita. Would you like to take? You'll be surprised. Every school will take some 100, 200 books. At least last year one temple implemented this. They made a list of 50 schools. They just went to every school. No discount being given on Bhagavad Gita. No free book distribution, nothing. They just asked, would you like to take? Every school took 200, 300, like that they distributed 4,000 books. Only school book distributed, nothing. Just going, talking to people, taking it, no problem. Of course, they had one booklet, like if you take this Bhagavad Gita, some Bhagavad Gita digest they had printed and given, all that they did, some competition they did. But they said that we actually did not conduct competition, simply people took it. People are there, they really want to read things. They really want to take it. Even now, when you go on Zoom calls, do you see most of the backgrounds of Zoom calls is books? Have you seen meetings? That means people are really fond of books. They really like to keep books as the background. So books are always attractive. So find some ideas of bulk book distribution. Now, I would like to ask some questions to all of you. Live right now. Give me some ideas to do bulk book distribution. How you can push 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 books. Give me some ideas. Whether it will work out or not, that's a different thing. Give me some ideas. And somebody should note it down. Give me some ideas. Yes?
New builder projects which are coming up.
Yes, builder projects. So many flags to be sold with each flag. Make your home auspicious. Make your Vastu compliant home auspicious with Bhagavad Gita. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvanite. Bring opulence, extraordinary power, morality and victory to your house by taking this Bhagavad Gita. Builder projects. Possible, no? It's possible. Next big idea. At least every builder can take 50 books. If you find 3 such builders, gone 150 books. Not only you, everybody should try. Everybody knows some builders. Everybody is cursing a builder. Everybody cursing in their EMIs. Definitely, take the revenge from your builders by giving them a Bhagavad Gita. That is real revenge. Real revenge is to bring everybody to Krishna consciousness. I'm chanting 16 rounds, the whole world should chant 16 rounds. This is real revenge. Any other idea? Yes, bulk books. Bulk books. You raise your hand and then speak, yeah.
In some countries outside India, they keep different holy books in the hotels. You can approach some hotels.
Yes, approach some hotels, but see, you need to have some contact. Of course, you can try without contacts also. It works without contacts. So some hotels, motels, restaurants, if we can approach, they can keep. There is one, which is that restaurant which keeps our books? Balaji Bhavan. Every year we go and display our books. That person keeps it just next to the billing counter, somewhere close to the billing counter. And anybody who wants the books, he takes the money and keeps it. And whenever we go, he is like, 20 books sold, take the money. 30 books sold, take the money, like that. So he is helping us. So we have to find out places. Second point, find out places with high footfall, display the books. Third point, approach hotel owners. How you will approach the hotel owner? You can say that, see, many suicides are happening in hotels. Do you want suicide to happen in your hotel? So if you can kindly keep in the drawer of each room one Bhagavad Gita. Maybe if somebody has come with an idea of suicide and they will be thinking, let me see what's there. And by mistake, if they read and if they don't commit suicide, you will be helped. So I tried this in few hotels. 2-3 hotel owners, they threw me out straight away. But one hotel owner actually listened to me. And he agreed that yes, this is a good idea. Just like in all the hotel room, we keep some snacks. This is what he exactly told. Just like we keep some snacks in all the hotel rooms, it's a good idea to keep Bhagavad Gitas also. This is what he told. And he said that I'll get back to you. But he never got back. Yes. Any other idea? You were raising your hand.
So in November, December, schools are holding carnivals, fest and also in our school actually they were selling books of like different things, but there you can sell.
Yes, will you help us?
So in my school fest is over, so you can try now.
Okay. In the festivals of the schools, ISKCON as an organization can put a table. Sports days, parent-teacher meeting, etc., etc. And the footfall is high, people will see, people may take. Any other idea? Yes, this side someone was saying something. Yes, please.
Can we keep a stall in a society or apartment and
Apartment stalls in apartments, apartment societies. Yes.
Talking about suicides, a lot of suicides happen in universities, even in the most reputed institutes, like the Indian Institute of Science.
Happened already?
Yes, several. Since it's my alma mater, I know about it. I keep getting messages.
Put a table in the universities.
So for as soon as the fresher season begins, students join in. They have a "May I help you" counter. So there we can have books like these.
Yes, that's a good idea. I am getting some ideas. Birthdays and marriage festivals. Definitely some books can go. Cloth merchants, they sell a lot of saris, a lot of clothes. If they can, what's the cost of a sari these days? How much does it cost? If people are paying for it, tell me. If you simply pay and don't even remember, what can I say?
There's these wedding sarees and all are being sold in the chick bed and all that. You have these wedding sarees in the
Yes.
shops. So that is another
So,
possibility.
if some person can give one Bhagavad Gita with each sari, don't you think it is good for customer retention? Make your wedding auspicious with this Bhagavad Gita. Opulence, the 4 things: opulence, victory, morality, extraordinary power. So, cloth merchants, they can give. They have expensive clothes. With each cloth, they can give. Public libraries, These public libraries, they have a section. If every library can take 10 Bhagavad Gitas of different languages from us, let's say 10 libraries, then it may work.
Prabhu, I can give you the director number, you can speak with me. I have director number.
See, everything, this approach that Prabhu, I will give you, you do the work, that will not work. Then what is your contribution in book distribution?
When I can speak, I will
Yes.
with myself.
See, we can help you. But Prabhu, I will give you this person's number, I will give you this builder's number, I will give you this, everything you only do, Prabhu. That, it will not work. It is Sankirtan. I have to do something, you have to do something, he has to do something, he has to do something, he has to do something. Please understand. If I do that, I will advance in bhakti. But if you do it, you will advance in bhakti. Why do you want only me to advance in bhakti? You don't want to advance? So do something. Yes, more ideas. See some, yes.
New Year gifts.
New Year gifts. Everybody gives this. Instead of giving this, give this. New Year gifts.
Many stores also distribute New Year gifts to the customers.
Yes, loyalty, customer attention. How many of you yourself have some kind of a business? Anybody running a business? See, how many customers you have?
Almost a government offices.
How many? Approximately 200, 400?
Yeah.
We'll have to give 400 Gitas to him. See, it is very important for his business. Sir, if you do not invest little bit in your customer will not come back. You know. Let's take his number, 400 Gitas. You can take whichever language you want. Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, whatever book you want, you can take.
Box is ready, Prabhu.
Box is ready. I'm not joking. See, he may have given some clock, some watch, some wristwatch, some t-shirts. They cost almost the same price as Bhagavad Gita. So better to give the Bhagavad Gita, na? Especially by giving a t-shirt, will you please Prabhupada? No. But if you give this, you please Prabhupada. You will die one day. Your business will be finished one day. But you distribute, your act of distributing 400 Gitas, 4,000 years from now, somebody will be benefiting because of your 400 Gitas. Do you realize this?
I think it's possible.
Yes. No, it is 100% possible. It is 100% possible. In fact, this is one of the ways to install Bhagavatams. We can say we are doing a Matsya project. We are trying to save the literature of Sanatana Dharma. It is said that one book lasts for minimum 400 years. We want to come and put this Bhagavatam in your house because there is a conspiracy going on outside to destroy Vedic culture. So by installing Srimad Bhagavatam in your house for the next 400 years, for you and for your family members who are the most intelligent people of the society, we want to safeguard Sanatana Dharma literature. Do you really think people will get convinced?
Prabhu, we want to first ask who all haven't got Bhagavatam.
I will do that, Mataji. Thank you very much when the right time comes. I'm building up to something, please. Don't follow the flow. Yes, some more ideas, please. This Bhagavatam installation idea is very good for your friends and relatives. Those who have some friends and relatives who are a little bit pious enough, I'm going to personally do this for all of you. Put me in a call with them and I'm going to talk to them and try to request them to take Shri. Because if you say they don't respect you, they are your relatives. But if you say that, see, I'm doing a project in the local ISKCON temple, the Go Matsya project, very serious project, saving Sanatana Dharma. So, the Prabhuji of that temple wants to talk to you. I'm putting you on call. Then something important. The easier and the more important way is to involve the kids. Suppose, someone may say, my kid is doing a project in the local ISKCON center, school project, summer project, winter project, and she wants to talk to you about the project. And when the child starts talking and says that I have to save the Sanatana Dharma literature and you have to take one book to protect it, will the relative say no? So these are some ideas. Any more ideas? Bulk books, yes.
Prabhu,
Prabhuji, you told that we have to sell these things in crowd. So to attract the crowd, if we do some bhajan and sankirtan, so
Yes.
people will be attracted
Yes.
and they will come and take the book.
Yes.
And the bhakti bhav also will come in their
Very
heart.
good. I like you very much. I think we have to become friends. Sankirtan, kirtan music played, kirtan being played along with book distribution. But some bulk ideas, bulk, think about bulk. Okay, one bulk idea I have. Yes, you have one idea.
So like many of Prabhuji's and few Mataji's, they are working in the corporate. So CSR initiative they can try in their company.
Try for CSR initiatives. Somebody is trying from 2 years for CSR initiative, right? I think last year, one noble-hearted, most intelligent lady, maybe sitting in the hall right now, I don't know, promised me that, see, I'm a nice person and I know some nice people. I can help you. I was there standing on the road next to her car and she promised me. She is a devotee of Lord Krishna and she has a lot of respect for Lord Ram. And she is true to her words. She's trying from 1 year. I hope this year she will be able to appeal to the goodness in the hearts of other people and help us. Correct, no? Will this happen this year? Yes, thank you, Mataji. I hope you will try again this year. Will you try? Thank you, Mataji. Because we are waiting for 1 year. We have not yet lost hope. Yes. Did you note down CSR? CSR initiatives, yes. Yes.
Because again after 20th December they will go on holidays.
Yes, it's very important.
So we have to initiate now.
Good people go on holidays. Always remember. Catch them in the right time. Those who are really not good, those who are really not planned, not disciplined, they are forced to work even in holidays. Good people who have good karma, pious credits, they go on holidays. So catch the good people, catch them before they. Yes. Any other ideas? So these are some of the nice ideas which have come up. Just see. So these are some of the sutras. Leave everyone with a good impression, touch the pavement daily, go out or try to do smart book distribution such as calling Sankirtan, bulk book distribution. The next important or the fourth important sutra of book distribution is preaching means giving. You have to become a preacher, means you have to give books. Our book distribution, the mood should be proper. Are we doing this for money?
No.
Are we doing it for getting book scores?
No.
We are just giving it so that we grow spiritually. So the right intention should be there. The right intention is that Prabhupada wants it, Acharyas want it, Krishna wants it. We are doing it just to please Krishna. That is the fourth most important sutra of book distribution. The fifth most important sutra of book distribution is talk less, hear more. When you talk to people either on phone or in person, practice reflective listening. The chances that someone will take a book increases exponentially simply if you hear what they say and understand what they want to hear and present the book in a way they want it. That's all. One example I can give you, there will be various examples. Once I was trying to distribute a book to a person and he said that I'm an atheist. I have given up all religions and I respect all religions but I don't follow any religion. I will read only that book which proposes the idea to give up all religions. Guess what came to my mind? Yeah, this Bhagavad Gita tells you to give up all religions. Sarva dharman parityaja. It's right there. Atheism means Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityaja. Mam ekam sharanam. And he was surprised. Wow, Bhagavad Gita is telling to give up religions. I said, yes, it is telling. I showed him the verse. He said, I must read it. And then he took the book. Now, why this happened? Because I heard. Try to hear, and then Krishna as Paramatma will give you some idea how to present the Bhagavad Gita on its merit so that people will be interested to read and take. So practice reflective listening. This was which sutra? Sutra number? Sutra number 6, as I already told earlier, but I'm saying it in nice words, make people feel special. You look very spiritual. I'm making you feel special so that you take the book. You know what? I don't want this book, but I was told to give this book to the intelligent people whom I meet. Makes a difference, no? They will say, yeah, I'm intelligent. You give it to me. I've been waiting from the last half an hour to give this book to the most beautiful people around. So make people feel special, talk to them, make them feel good. Show them this mode of material nature photo. You know, this mode of goodness is like this, like makes you fully disciplined and kicks in a sense of happiness and well-being. This mode of passion, it's like it puts a very busy head on you and then it kicks you all the time and then helps you to run behind results and achieve things. And mode of which mode do you think you are in? I'm in mode of goodness, I think. Oh yeah, very good. You should explore it further. More about mode of goodness is written here. I think I'm in mode of passion or ignorance. Yeah, most of us are in that mode. We will help ourselves by reading the Bhagavad Gita. So somehow talk to them and make them feel special. That is the 6th sutra of book distribution. 7th sutra of book distribution is don't waste time. Pick the right fruits. You have to really keep time. You have to see that if you're talking more than 2 minutes to a person in a highly dense populated place, you're actually wasting time. Don't talk much. Pick the right fruits. Talk to the people who are interested. If they're not interested, Hare Krishna, move on. Always remember, the more you show, the more you sell. If you're going in a place which is very highly populated, like a traffic signal, you should have a target that in 1 hour I should be able to interact with at least 20 people, 20 to 30 people. 2 minutes per person, not more than that. These are some sutras. And the 7th sutra, 7th or 8th? The 7th sutra of book distribution is organize yourself very, very nicely. Some proper spots should be chosen. So all of you have a sacred responsibility. If you see a nice spot where books should be distributed, you should inform us. And then that space where you're distributing should be legal. Don't become illegal. It should be safe. It should be good footfall. And then make nice arrangement for prasadam. Today we are going 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'll make arrangement for some prasadam, some snacks, some dinner. If there are some physically challenged people who are coming, make arrangement for chairs, tables, some transportation. The books should be organized. You have to be very intelligent. Which area you are going? Which language will the people ask for more? And accordingly, you have to pack your books. It's a very sad scene if you go to a place where everybody wants Telugu books and you have taken only English books. It's a very sad scene. So organize the books properly. Set up various options of taking payments. This is our weak point that we don't have a credit card machine. As a center, we should. In Janmashtami, did we get a credit card machine?
Yes.
Do we still have it or have we returned it? We should ask it back. Because everybody, lives out of credit card only. I think everybody has experience. So credit cards, debit cards, they want to swipe. So various kinds of payments, scan codes, credit cards, debit cards should be there. And we should use some nice tools like softwares to keep track of our inventory. These are some ways. 8th sutra for book distribution. 9th sutra for book distribution is to share the success stories. If you had some good experience, just record it as an audio message or write it as a small message before hitting the bed, share it across. It really inspires people. When people see good things are happening, when people see that some things are happening, they feel inspired. When nothing is happening or when nothing is coming across, they feel what is going on. So always keep the buzz. Keep sharing your experiences. Today, I was slapped by a person during book distribution. Just share it across. Today, someone took a book from me, so just share it. No problem. And so these are some sutras for book distribution. One simple sutra is always remain grateful for the opportunity which we get for doing book distribution. Always remember that mood of Srila Prabhupada, where he is very weak, he is traveling all around the world, he is having so many disciples, more the number of people, more the problems, more the management, more the headache. How many of you actually have an experience of running an organization, being at the top, which is a worldwide organization? Can you imagine being in charge of 108 branches all over the world on a particular organization? It's a big headache. And despite that headache, despite that burden of love, each night waking up at 12 or 11:30 or maybe even 10:30 and staying up till 4 a.m. in the morning with that dictaphone when everybody else is sleeping, waking up night after night and translating the books. Why do you think Srila Prabhupada did that? He wanted us to read and he wanted us to distribute. And it became very clear in the short video which we saw. So many letters, so many purports. There are, I have a list of purports, not just letters and conversations. In his own books, he has written that these books, how they will save the world. So it is our divine, sacred family business to continue this sacred Sankirtan of distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada has promised that I promise that every single book distributor will go back home, back to God. How many of you who want to go back home, back to God? So you know what you have to do now. You have to distribute books. He didn't say, I will make sure that all my big book distributors will go back to God. How many of you can distribute a small introduction to Bhagavad Gita, 10 pages? You can do, everybody can. So you can go back to God. You can just get the mercy of Prabhupada. But in order to do that, your consciousness should be good. Going out for 30 days on book distribution means having good consciousness. With silly consciousness, result-oriented consciousness, or mundane consciousness, or fault-finding consciousness, you can't do it. So therefore, the 10th sutra for book distribution, which I should have said in the first place rather, is to have a very high sadhana, good sadhana. Chant your 16 rounds before going out on book distribution. At least for 15-20 minutes, if possible, read the books of Srila Prabhupada, and then when you go out, you'll feel the power. You'll feel what it means to be an instrument. You'll really feel that somebody is backing you up. You'll feel connected with the sense of purpose. You'll feel motivated. I'll tell you, those people who don't chant their rounds properly and those who do not take Prabhupada books, they do not distribute the books also. We keep inviting, today we are going here, today we are, they don't show up. They don't come. They'll come for 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 days. But regular book distribution requires good consciousness, Krishna consciousness. That is possible by good sadhana. Chant your rounds nicely, read the books nicely, then come out for book distribution. So this book marathon, as I said, Sankirtan, forces the anarthas out of you. So one of the anarthas is to not read Srila Prabhupada books. One of the anarthas is to not chant your rounds. So it forces, if you want to do, we will request you. How many times you will say no? We'll keep requesting. How many times you will say no? One day you will only get fed up. And these people, they are asking shamelessly every day, we are going, we are going, we are going. We are not going only. So there is a limit to which you can say no, right? One day you'll get fed up, like I have to go now, but before going I have to chant my rounds and read at least 2 pages. I'm a salesman who's trying to sell something which I'm not myself using. How can you sell a product which you yourself don't subscribe to or prescribe to? You'll not be confident. So until unless you read the Bhagavad Gita, how you can distribute? So read, chant, and come to the battlefield of distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. Now, and this is the transcendental charity, but they say charity begins from home. So now I would like to invite all of you for some chanting. The first step in book distribution, Lord Chaitanya says, Bharat Bhumite Manushya Janma Hoilo Jar, Janma Sarthak Kori Kuroparuskar. Before doing book distribution, make sure these books are at your house first. Otherwise, it is just mithyachar. This book is very nice, you should take it. What if they ask you, do you have it?
Practice what you preach.
Practice what you preach. That is purity. We are organizing a youth yatra to Mayapur in the month of January, and some of my students, they are calling their students to come for this Mayapur yatra. So I think the base devotees will know. And there is one friend of mine, I will not tell his name, but he called his students that, are you coming on, please come on this yatra. Their student asked them only, are you coming? And he is not coming. Then he said, then why should I come? It became very obvious. Then I immediately said, Baba, you do not do this follow-up because you yourself are not practicing what you are preaching. He is calling everybody to come to Mayapur, and they asked him, are you coming? He said, no, I'm not coming. I'm going somewhere else. That doesn't work. So the first step in book distribution is to take the books yourself. So I'm going to show you some books now. This is the Bhagavad Gita. It is available in all the languages. You should have some Bhagavad Gitas at your home. In English, Hindi, or whatever language. One for yourself, one for your children, one for your whatever, neighbors, parents. You should have some copies of Bhagavad Gita. And this is a Krishna book, which talks about the sweetness of Krishna. All the pastimes of Krishna. Those pastimes which are very, very secret pastimes, which are not shown in TV serials also. How many of you know the daily routine of Krishna? What he used to do from morning till night? It is mentioned in this book, it's a chapter. The daily activities of Krishna. Do you think it is very interesting to find out what God does every day from morning to evening? It's mentioned in this book. It's a good reading, no? So you should have these books, especially one of my students, she's about to give birth to a child. So it is very much recommended that they read the Krishna book every night, so that the impressions, the Krishna conscious samskaras get seeped in right now. And similarly, there is this book, which is the summum bonum of all the books, called Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the book, you saw that video where Srila Prabhupada was translating, although he was in his last breaths on the bed, that sacred bed, which is still there in the Vrindavan temple when you go. They worship that bed. People become so nonsense when they are about to die. But look at the consciousness of Srila Prabhupada. They are telling him Sanskrit shlokas, Sanskrit commentaries, and he's translating it. Why do you think he's doing it? He's doing it for us. This knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam would have forever remained locked in Sanskrit. Locked forever, if somebody wouldn't have translated it in a language easy to understand, in a language which is known to us. If you think this translation is a joke, pick up the commentaries of the previous acharyas and try to analyze it. Recently, this Bhagavad Gita is based on the commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan. Recently, I read the commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan, and I can tell you, I'm so grateful to Prabhupada that he has digested that and presented it here. If I would have read the commentaries of Baldev Vidyabhushan, I would have never understood it. In such simple and easy to understand language for Kali Yuga souls like me, he has presented the literature. You read the commentaries of Baldev Vidyabhushan, you will understand what I'm talking about. You will not understand. I read one purport 4 times, still I didn't understand. Then I realized what Prabhupada has done. It was such a long purport which Baldev Vidyabhushan has written with high-fi terminologies. And then I read the same purport of the same verse in Prabhupada's book. I understood why Prabhupada is giving this example, why Prabhupada is quoting this verse, why Prabhupada is presenting it like that. And then I understood what Baldev Vidyabhushan has written in 4 pages, Prabhupada is presented in just a page. In very much simple language, without even using those technical terms. This is called an Acharya. Acharya means one who knows the art of presenting difficult subject matter in a language which is easy to understand. And the same goes for Srimad Bhagavatam. So the first step in book distribution is to have these books for yourselves. So I invite especially the new Gita course students and the existing Gita course and the existing congregation members. Take, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 Bhagavad Gitas, whatever you want. Take. Keep some for yourself, give some to others. Don't give it for free. It's not for gifting purpose. Gifting only happens in marriages and deaths. In all other times, you should not gift. You should say that this book is coming from temple. I'm giving it to you. Whatever donation you want to give, that will again go back to the temple for printing more books. People like to give some dakshina. They call anybody whom they call, they like to give dakshina. Why not for a book? They can give 1 rupee. Accept. So you can take some books. Of course, temple will not give it to you for free. Prabhuji, I took 10 books, I got 10 rupees, please take it. Thank you. Not like that. You have to take the books. The temple gives it to you at the cost price. Then you try to distribute it, get some dakshina, give it back. That is called seva. Another very good book is this Srimad Bhagavatam set. How many of you don't have a Srimad Bhagavatam set at your place? You should immediately have it. Srimad Bhagavatam set. Any time after reading Bhagavad Gita, you have to progress to a Srimad Bhagavatam set. You should have a Bhagavatam set with you. If you don't have it, how will you read it? It says, do you have a Bhagavatam set? Yes. You, Ravikant. So you should take it. Money will be spent in nasty ways. Do you know how much it costs when you go to a salon these days? It's almost half the price of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The coloring of the hair and the trimming of the moustache. It takes so much money these days. So better to have Srimad Bhagavatam and read it, the Krishna books and read it, and that is the way in which we can do this Sankirtan. When we do it ourselves, then we get the purity of conduct to do it. So I invite all of you to take part in this Sankirtan activity. This is the mood of the Parampara, this is the mood of the Acharya. You people are very fortunate that you are here today listening to Prabhupada's words, listening to some sutras of book distribution, listening to the spirit of book distribution. This is not happening very regularly also. We do it once in a while. So you are very, very lucky that you are a part of this. I was brought up and cultivated in Krishna consciousness in this mood. When I used to go to office, I used to see my seniors putting 2 books of Prabhupada in their bag and going. And they used to have a vrata that until they distribute these 2 books while coming back from office, or on the way to office, or on the way back from office, they wouldn't come home. I was brought up in that environment. When I used to stay in base, my friend, when he used to go have bath, he used to be looking around. And whenever he used to see an unknown person, doesn't matter whether he is in towel or just some t-shirt or whatever, he used to call them. And I saw him once. He was in just just a towel, and he was sitting and explaining about the Krishna book to one person. And then before having bath, he distributed one book. So I've been brought up in that culture, and I've seen all these people who have been distributing books, reading books, they are all great personalities. They are all Goswamis, and they are all sincere chanters of the holy name. So I want you to inherit this mood, because I have that mood. At least I have a fraction of that mood. So I want all of you to inherit this mood, because I heard my spiritual master saying that those who distribute books, they are protected. You know the meaning of being protected. Just like Lord Nrsimhadev protected Prahlad Maharaj. But those who distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, they are protected in their Krishna consciousness. So with this, I would like to end today's discussion. Thank you very much for your inputs. So many ideas came up. Thank you very much for your participation. A whole month is ahead of us, and we have to distribute 6,000 books this time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare